Welcome to episode 4 of Wicked Rhody, a wicked good podcast about Rhode Island events and life. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Mary Larson.
And I'm Benjamin DeCastro, together with a host of Wicked Rhody. And we're so excited you joined us for episode 4. We are launching our very first holiday weekend edition.
Yes!
Because we have Columbus Day.
That's right.
So you get an extra day of all sorts of awesome stuff to do in Rhode Island. And let me tell you, this state is jam-packed this weekend.
That is right. You can feel the excitement. We've got all the autumnal events, the parades, tons of things going on.
Autumnal.
You like that word?
Wow, that's fancy.
That is fancy.
It's a cornucopia of a word.
It is. So there's going to be a lot that we mention here on this episode, but there's going to be even more that we share with you up on our Facebook site. So this is just another reason to head on over to Wicked Rhody Podcast on Facebook to check that out.
Totally.
Lots of fun stuff.
And there's a lot of great information too on our website, so be sure to hit up the website as well. And let's not waste time. We got a lot of stuff to talk about.
We've got something that's wicked interesting. The Special Olympics has a sweet deal right now going on with Dunkin Donuts. So from October 2nd through October 8th this weekend, 25 cents from every individual donut sold will be donated to the Special Olympics, Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I need to go buy a dozen right now.
Well, that's where the one thing is, it's for every individual donut. So
okay.
I know. Maybe if you just went like 6 times a day.
I could still buy a dozen donuts individually.
Right? Exactly.
I have no problem doing that whatsoever.
You know, Dunkin Donuts has been working with the Special Olympics now for, I think they said, like 25 years or something, but they've raised $1 million for the Special Olympics of Rhode Island. It really is. So this, of course, is a cause near and dear to my heart. My sister has participated in the Special Olympics. I wanted to make sure that you guys knew about this wicked interesting thing going on this week.
So get over there. All right, let's talk about some things that are wicked fun in the 401. I like this. I feel like I should be building something out of like Legos or something at this point.
Yeah,
I like
right?
the music, like together we can, change a light bulb. I don't know. It's fun. But anywho, talk about some of the wicked fun things happening this weekend in the 401. It is the Ronald McDonald House Providence Women's Classic. Now, this is a race exclusively for women, and it's on the east side of Providence. It is a certified flat and fast 5K, 3.1 miles, and a 3K, 1.8 mile course from Brown University Stadium through the scenic and historic east side of Providence.
My neighborhood.
And then, there you go. And you finish Olympic style at the Brown University track. So fresh off of Rio, without the Zika, you can finish right in Providence at the Brown University track. It's a lot of fun. Now, they have kid races which take place on the track, which are a lot of fun. They've got a wellness fair that happens. They've got kids activities. And again, it's the Johnson Controls 5K, the Cardi's Furniture and Mattresses 3K walk. It's a fun time. So definitely come on out. You're going to enjoy it. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great cause because the Ronald McDonald House services the families of critically ill children that are receiving care and treatment at our area hospitals. So it's great, and this event is women's only. This is one of the few women's only races in the area.
Awesome.
So I remember it was a couple years ago. You were out walking Reese, and you're like, I think I hear Ben's voice because I used to MC it. They've got Jay this year to MC it, and they're going to have a lot of fun, but it's awesome. So head on over to rmhprovidenceclassic.org for all the information.
Great. Also going on this weekend is the 50th annual Situate Art Festival.
Wow.
50th.
Wow.
I've gone to this almost every single year. Being a native Rhode Islander, I love the Situate Art
50?
Festival. No, right? Every single year of my life. You're right.
All right.
I would.
So
yeah,
22. All right.
Yeah, we'll pretend. But there's going to be 200 talented artists. There's going to be musicians there and food. And it's really just the perfect way to bring in autumn on Columbus Day weekend.
Yeah.
So have you been to this event?
I haven't been to the event, but I've been caught in the traffic leading up to the event. So plan the trip. go online, find the best ways to get there, and plan how you're going to get down there. But it is like, this is huge.
This is a really huge thing. Exactly. It is something that you can just go with some friends and just peruse. You can get great food there. It is free.
I can't beat that.
Honestly, as long as you deal with the traffic, I agree. And Situate is a gorgeous drive. So what a better place to have a little bit of traffic than Situate.
It's absolutely no. And right now too, the foliage is starting to come in. I'm sure you can look online and see when the peak foliage is, but the leaves are already starting to change.
They are,
and so yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun.
A lot of fun in 50th.
Well, talking about great autumnal events, annual autumnal events, it is the return of the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular at the Roger Williams Park Zoo in Providence, Rhode Island. Now, you got to bring your family and friends to this amazing fall tradition. It's a nighttime display of over 5,000 illuminated and masterfully carved jack-o'-lanterns along a beautiful trail through their wetlands trail. And I mean, it is unbelievable. These are literally works of art that have been being created over the past few weeks. And I was just over at the zoo the other day talking with the executive director, Dr. Jeremy Goodman, and he was just talking about how many people, well over 100,000 people, come through this event every year. So here's a little tip. This year, they have timed entry. You can buy a ticket for a specific time. You can buy a pass for VIP premier parking. Ooh. All the benefits go to help the zoo. So no matter what you do, everything is helping this amazing zoo. And if you want to learn more about the zoo, you can head over to Carpooling with Ben. I'm talking with Dr. Jeremy Goodman this week, and he's just going to enlighten you on all the amazing stuff they do there. But the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular is open rain or shine. However, in the case of severe weather or weather-related technical difficulties, they may have to adjust that. So head over to their website, their Facebook, the Twitter pages, even the night of, as you're going there, not you, the driver, but whoever, if you're going with your friends, have somebody on the Twitter feed just to check the traffic, because they'll tell you, okay, the Elmwood Ave entrance is kind of full, head over to the Park Ave entrance, and it'll get you in as best as possible. They are very responsive, very on top of that. So, but man, this thing is awesome. It's a lot of fun.
It is. And to know, as you said, that these are works of art done on pumpkins.
Yes.
That not only are they doing it, but pumpkins are biodegradable.
Sure.
And they fall apart. And so then they actually redo the artwork.
These artists are
throughout constantly doing it.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. And some nights, if it's nice out, you may see the elephants out or the giraffes. So it's always an added benefit and feature there. But come on down, bring your friends, bring your family, whoever, and have some nice hot cider. I think you can get a pumpkin beer on your way as well. Yes. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That is definitely great.
So it's a lot of fun. So, if you've never been, oh my goodness.
My mom's never been. She was just talking to me about it right before I came down. She said, "Have you been to that pumpkin thing?" I said, "Mom, of course I've been to it." You mean the Jack-O-Lantern Spectacular?
You've been featured on the trail going up there during your road show.
Yes.
You do see a special episode of the road show while you're in line as you're going through. And you know what was really cool? I didn't realize this. The Roger Williams Park Zoo is the most Instagrammed subject in the state of Rhode Island.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did you learn that fun fact?
From Dr. Jeremy Goodman.
See? There
that
you
and
go.
much more on Carpooling with Ben.
You learn something new every single day. Well, something that may not have the title of Instagram champion of Rhode Island, but still has a pretty cool title, is the Providence Roller Derby Home Team Championship doubleheader that is going on this weekend. So roller derby, of course, we've got these fast and fierce ladies on their roller skates, and there's tons of teams here in Rhode Island. If you've never been, our roller derby is really, really fun.
It's a thriving thing here in Rhode Island.
So it has been determined that the Mob Squad and the Sakonnet River Roller Rats, they're going to be facing each other off in the championship game. But the Old Money Honeys, don't worry about them, because they are going to be battling actually the Boston Common team. So we're going to have a little bit of a New England mashup going on before the Providence Championship. So this is really cool. Our local teams actually take their team names very seriously. So
evidently,
the Mob Squad will look like mobsters. And
like
the Secundit River roller rats, they will look like rats. And the Old Money Honeys look like ladies who are just having some fine tea in Newport.
You want to see some really creative costumes. I mean, just go on Instagram and look up, roller derby, and I'm sure you'll see a ton of different costumes. But this is taking place at the West Warwick Civic Center, which is right over there on Factory Street in West Warwick, Rhode Island. Not that far from Providence, maybe 10, 15 minutes down the road. But this is fun.
This is really fun. And doors open at 5:30 p.m. Really great event. Just make sure that you are ready for a loud, cheering good time.
Awesome.
We would like to take a moment and thank today's sponsor, the Rhode Island Festival of Children's Books and Authors. So this is a really great thing, and we just want to take a moment to thank them.
Rhode Island may be the smallest state, but it boasts one of the largest and best book festivals in the nation. Thousands of people come to the book festival each year to meet acclaimed authors and illustrators from all corners of the country. These authors and illustrators will travel to Providence this October for the opportunity to be featured in the Rhode Island Festival of Children's Books and Authors, hosted by Lincoln School in Providence.
So excitement is already building in the local community. Of course, Lincoln School is right here on the east side, and that's my neighborhood, as I was saying. So people outside of Providence really anticipate this year's impressive roster of writers, which includes Chris Van Allsburg. So I don't know if you know that name.
Where have I heard that before?
He wrote and illustrated The Polar Express, which of course became a movie, and also Jumanji, that awesome movie with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
So he's going to be there, and tons of other authors.
And those authors, they give talks throughout the day. They sign books. They enjoy spending time with the fans, old and new. And among the lineup of talent this year is a total of 16 Newbery, Caldecott, and Coretta Scott King Medal winners.
Young readers and their parents have the chance to meet and talk with the authors, have their books personally signed, and participate in bookmarking and other crafts. The festival is held on Saturday, October 15th, so it's not this weekend, it's next week, and we're letting you know ahead of time so you can put in your calendar. It's from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. at the Lincoln School, which is right here on the east side, and it celebrates the unique joy that can only be found by opening the pages of a book. I love that. I've been to this festival several times. I've had a Polar Express copy signed and Jumanji signed. I've sat down and listened to some really, really interesting authors. So it's fun. There's food trucks. It's a great event, a great way to spend a Saturday. So that's next weekend on October 15th. All right, it is time to talk about some things that are going on for you and your loved one with Wicked Romantic.
One thing you've got to understand
this music
is that both Mary and I are musicians. So we take great pride in finding the right mood music for you. Call on in with your love song dedication request.
That's right. So tell me, Ben, what ideas do you have for someone who wants to go on a date this weekend?
Well, something I took my wife to a few weeks ago. Have you ever heard of Break Time Bowling in Pawtucket, Rhode Island?
I have not.
Okay, this is a really cool place. Be ready to climb some stairs because it is on the top floor of the mills in Pawtucket. Mm-hmm. That's the same mill that has the Met. It also has
the Indoor Farmers Market?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's that mill right there. And when the person who owns the mills, and I apologize, I don't know his name, but when he bought the mill and he bought that property, this old school duck pin lanes was already up there. And come to find out that this was where the employees of the mill would go and take their breaks. So it is old school bowling. It's the small balls with the small pins, and then there's a gentleman or a young lady who sits at the other end and resets the pins for you and rolls your balls back to you. You can get food there. You can have a beverage. It's a lot of fun. Certainly suggest making reservations on the weekends. But it is awesome. It's a lot of fun, and you do your own scoring, and it's pretty cool.
That sounds great.
It was already there, so the materials, everything that's there is like very vintage. I mean, and there's actually plaques on the side. It's pretty cool that show you the lanes were made in Boston and shipped down here and installed upstairs. Again, you're going to have to go up some stairs to get there, but it's well worth the trip. You're going to have a lot of fun.
I had no idea that there was a bowling alley there. I go there all the time.
And you don't need to bring socks because you bowl in your regular shoes.
You had me sold right there. That's it. I'm going with some friends.
Absolutely.
That sounds perfect.
No shoe rent.
All right. And here's something wicked family friendly. there's something really cool that I look forward to all year long happening this weekend. It is actually going to be on Monday. We talked about how it's a holiday weekend.
Yep.
Pronk is coming back to Providence. Pronk grew out of the Honk Festival of Activist Street Bands in Somerville, Massachusetts. So this festival started 11 years ago in Massachusetts, and there were some musicians there from local Rhode Island bands like the Extraordinary Rendition Band, the Wet Cheer Brigade, and they decided to help bring this festival to Rhode Island. It's a festival that goes around all around the country. There are bands coming from Providence, Somerville, Cambridge, Hartford, Brooklyn, Austin, Detroit, Chicago, Paris. I mean, this is going to be absolutely huge. And basically, it's a joyous reclamation of public space. So it's lively and colorful. There's huge, loud brass bands, like in your face, tubas, drums. People will have every sort of instrument. They'll be all in different kind of costumes. Now, these are hardworking, devoted community activists who work for justice and peace. That's their really big thing.
Sure.
It is a volunteer-run festival. It's not commercial. There's no vendors. It is fully human-powered and is 100% free to the public.
This is, do you remember when I called you a few years ago about this? I was out having coffee. I was having coffee with a friend of mine at the Coffee Exchange, and I'm starting to see these people come around in costumes and these really cool things, and I'm like, oh, this is interesting. And then all of a sudden, this parade starts, and it sounds amazing. And I called you, and I'm like, Mary, something's happening on the east side. What is going on? I knew you would know because it just had all the stylings of Mary Larson, and you're like, Ben, it's Pronk, and it is something else. It is so cool.
So the performances start actually at Burnside Park and Kennedy Plaza at 3 p.m. And then the parade that you were talking about is going to go down South Water Street at 5 p.m. And the performances continue all night. They're going to be going on at the Hot Club and the Hurricane Barrier. So this is a really cool event. And I highly recommend that if you have never been, to definitely check it out. Pronk is, as you got to see it, and you said, I've never seen anything like this before.
Oh, it was insane. It was crazy. And there's a band that usually performs. I'm sure they're performing this year, the Wet Cheer Brigade. They are they're local. They're Rhode Island. They actually have music up online and everything. And if you want to get a flavor for it, go on their website, get their music, take a listen to it. It is something that is so fun. I don't care if you're going with your buddies. I don't care if you're going with your girlfriend, your wife, whoever. It is unbelievable. If you just go by yourself, if you've got nothing to do and you want to kill some time and go check it out and meet some really awesome people, they'll be down there at Pronk.
That's it. And also the Extraordinary Rendition Band. They are another Providence band. The ERB, that's right. They actually played at my wedding.
What?
Because you said I'm really into this stuff. I am. I had a street band come play at my wedding.
Wow.
So we are going to let you guys listen to a little clip of ERB, the Extraordinary Rendition Band. So there you have it. That is a little taste of what you can expect at
I love
Pronk
it. I love that
weekend.
stuff. It's so much fun.
It really is.
So we've asked for iTunes reviews, and you guys have come through, so we appreciate that. We want to thank DBronco27, who said Mary and her co-host Ben, that's me, do a great job covering what events and activities are happening in Rhode Island. So thanks so much for taking the time to reach out and write that.
And DS Hitta said, great topics and great hosts. If you live and work in the Rhode Island area, you must listen to this podcast. So thank you guys so much for writing those reviews up on iTunes. We will make a point to give you guys a shout out if you do take the time to write it, either there or even on Facebook. So thanks again to those two people who have left recent reviews. And we'd also like to remind you about today's sponsor, the Rhode Island Festival of Children's Books and Authors. It's taking place on Saturday, October 15th from 9 to 5. There's going to be 13 authors and illustrators, 16 who are Newbery, Caldecott, and Coretta Scott King Medal recipients among them. The authors speak for 30 minutes. They sign books throughout the day. There's crafts and food trucks and tattoos and face painting, storytelling. Guys, it's seriously such a fun day.
It's well worth it. It's admission's only $5. So for a full listing of the performance and the activities, visit lincolnschool.org/book festival, or better yet, just go to our website. We'll have it linked there. You can check it out. It is a lot of fun. Rhode Island may be the smallest state, but it boasts one of the largest and best book festivals in the nation.
That's it. And we are going to be able to give you a family pack of tickets to this festival with some books.
All right.
That is our latest giveaway up on WickedRhody-podcast.com. Thank you so much to the Lincoln School in Providence for hosting that giveaway. So check that out. And we have another giveaway.
What do we have, Mary?
King Richard's Fair.
Oh, this is prime time.
Right?
I'm starting to see all my friends that have gone to it so far, and everybody is loving it. I'm seeing plenty of turkey leg photos. I can't wait to get there and have one for myself.
Great. I think I'm actually going this weekend.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Perfect weekend to go.
That's it.
Well, you can always find us online. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook. You can go to our website. But please, the important thing is to reach out. We'd love to hear from you.
As Ben said, we want to hear from you. Share the love of Wicked Rhody. Tell your friends. Share it on Facebook. We're going to keep making sure those videos go up. I know a lot of you have been watching this podcast on Facebook, so we really want to thank you for that.
Yeah, if you have any other events that you want us to share, be sure to hit us up, and make sure your event's online too. You share it with us on Facebook and make sure you post it there. You can post it to the Cardi's Furniture calendar as well. We do check that. And until next time, my name is Benjamin DeCastro.
I'm Mary Larson.
And you've been listening to Wicked Rhody.